the Finger Poke of Doom podcast.
Take your shoes off.
Take your shoes off. What number?
46.
This is episode 46
Coming in hot.
of the Finger Poke of Doom podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at FNGR Poke of Doom. Follow us on Instagram at Finger Poke of Doom. And our big cartel is fingerpokeofdoom.bigcartel.com. We'll be putting some new shirts or shirt. I don't know why I pluralized that, but it doesn't matter. Shirt will be up sometime soon. We don't really know when, so just bear with us. We've taken a little break because we've had a lot of shit going on, basically.
Yep.
Life really gets in the way sometimes. And life definitely got in the way of me and 1,500 other people at This Is Progress.
You know where life has actually gotten in the way?
Where?
John.
John was not at the This Is Progress show, nor is he here recording. You know why? No one knows where he's at.
John, we miss you.
I'll give you a little hint about this episode. I went to the This Is Progress NYC show, and then I went to the Jersey Shore. So be prepared for all about this. And yes, the Jersey Shore, as in fist pumping Guidos and having a blast.
We
If
went
you
to
can hear
some-
that is Keanon's daughter screaming bloody murder for no reason.
We both went to some wrestling events out of the state.
You did?
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
We
the
haven't
one-
recorded
Ring of
since,
Honor.
I went to Ring of Honor in Concord. It was great.
And we also went to Rockstar's one night only tournament.
I saw that the video. There was a video of the AR Fox hardcore match.
Oh yeah, against Alex
And
Colon.
there's, you and I just standing there like, oh, Lord.
I definitely was a little sauced. So let's just
Big up to the three guys that we met in Dayton.
let's just backtrack a little bit. So we went to Rockstar. What was that tournament called? Doesn't matter.
It was for the
tournament.
Lucha Core title.
It was for the Lucha Court Championship that they retired that night. And it was like, it was Pro Wrestling Revolver versus Rockstar Pro Wrestling. And it was like Ethan Page, Simon Gotch or Simon Grimm, AR Fox, Ray Phoenix. I want to say there
Shane
was
Strickland.
Shane Strickland, MJF,
Yeah.
who is a total asshole, and
Fuck him.
fuck that dude. You hear me, MJF? You are an asshole, not a nice guy, an asshole. I feel like there was other people, and then there was like this big 8-person scramble match, which was just bonkers.
If you have ever been to Wrestling Revolver, it is madness. We were standing there talking to Ethan Page, and we had no idea
all
what was
three
going
of us were
on.
just like, "What in the fuck is happening?" And Space Monkey was in it. That's all I could tell you. So, if you hear that cricket, that's literally not how boring this show is. It's literally there's a cricket in here. That was a wolf. We drove an hour from Columbus to Dayton, and one of us had some alcohol, adult beverages. Not
we
alcohol.
dropped that off the tank in the art gala. The art show.
we had a whole case of Rheingeist beer, which is high alcohol. It's like 7.5, and we dropped it off to Tank, who is in our archives for interviews, to his art show that was a big hit, and the art was fucking awesome.
It was.
We went in there to take
I
a
like
quick
that shop
piss.
too.
Yeah, it was a very cool shop. I think it was Wells & Co. Tattoo Shop.
Yes.
It was a very nice shop.
Just
And-
down the street from Rockstar.
Yeah, literally just a handful of blocks. And we stayed in line with all these creatures. And, Daddy had a couple more drinks. And by the time we get in there, I'm loosey-goosey. And little did we know, the three... so let me back up even further. I'm just all over the rails. At Rockstar, there is no assigned seating besides, I think the first, maybe second row. And then they've allowed all their fans to bring their own lawn chairs.
See, I'd never been.
Yeah, well, I never bring my chair because I don't want to hold a chair, and 2, I can stand for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I've seen people bring van, like the rows in vans and like Aerostar vans that comes out. I've seen people bring those, like a whole row. Yeah. So we're standing behind these dudes, these 3 bros, probably. Well, they said it were like early 40s, late 30s.
Yeah.
And man, they are putting Bud Light back in business. Let me put it that way. And then they just helped me put Bud Light back in business.
They were great dudes.
Yeah, they were hilarious. They didn't understand what Space Monkey was, but they just wanted to throw a banana at him. That's it. And then the one dude did it, and it was the worst fucking throw of all time.
He ate some of the banana. He said he got hungry.
Yeah. It was like when someone throws out the first pitch to a ball game. Right to the fucking It almost hit the woman in the front row that was 2 people ahead of him.
What else was there?
Ray Phoenix and Shane Strickland are so fucking good live.
They are.
Ray Phoenix had a shirt that said Ray Phoenix is the shit. And I was like, God, that shirt is... It looked like that classic, like, Dusty Sucks Egg shirt.
Yep.
It's so good.
And they started a little late, but I'll tell you what, still.
Yeah, it ended early.
Yeah.
So upcoming Rockstar stuff, they're having the Sandman's going to be there.
And Shane Douglas.
All on one card with the captain of the show, John Murray, who is... If you do not know who John Murray is from Rockstar or the Dayton area, please...
Not Chillicothe.
Yeah, not Chillicothe. Look him up. Just John Murray wrestler. Highly entertaining. Very funny. I recommend trying to find the gif of him doing the Van Terminator. It's fantastic. So he is tagging with the Sandman and Shane Douglas versus someone else. But 2 weeks after that, it's Chilinga Mask versus Rockstar. So this promotion from Mexico called Chilinga Mask, which is like an independent Lucha Libre promotion, they're wrestling Rockstar.
That's
on a
awesome.
Friday night. I'm not missing that show. I'm also, we're just going to talk to you about this later, Rush and I think it's Caristico and a few others, Ultimo Guerrero. There's this promotion in Atlanta called Mucha Lucha, ATL. And all it is a lucha-based wrestling promotion, and it's like...
That sounds wild.
Awesome. Mil Muertes wrestles there.
Oh, wow.
Pentagon. My dude, Luis Ramirez from Florida, he's the one that told me about it.
Okay.
It's on a Sunday night, October 8th. We've got Saturday. We've got Monday off. It's It's actually a 7.5 hour drive.
Really? To Atlanta?
To this. Well, it's like
Oh.
north of Atlanta, and I'll show you. And like they have like Sammy Callahan wrestles there. The last event they had was a one night tournament that had a cage match in it between like 2 like actual luchadors from Mexico. They brought their rivalry to America, and it was a cage match in America with like
Just
light
a blood
bulbs
feud.
and then the final of that was I think it was Mr. 450 versus Ray Phoenix versus what's the fucking guy from Lucha Underground? He's like Azteca, like he's like Rey Mysterio's like second coming.
Yeah,
supposedly.
I know who you mean.
And him, he was the
Oh,
third
wow.
participant. So it's like high flying, and like Mil Muertes is like their big fucking monster. I'm halfway tempted to drive down just to see Rush, and because Rush is fucking solid. Rush. But yeah, Chilinga Mask. I think it's September 15th in Dayton, which bummed me out because September 16th they're wrestling in Jersey, and Barbario Cavanero, who is their barbarian guy,
Yeah.
he's wrestling in Jersey, not Ohio. And it bummed me the fuck out because I wanted to see that dude.
I was talking to Brian, and he said that Chicago sold out.
The ROH?
The ROH Chicago show sold
For
out.
the ringside?
All. And I checked it.
They'll open more tickets.
Because I asked him if he was going.
Brian who?
Brian from Minnesota.
Oh, Brian Klein.
Yep.
Yeah. They'll open more tickets, really.
Because he said that he wasn't going to get to go, and I said that we're going the
Yeah.
day before.
Yeah.
They've already announced some people for that.
I haven't looked. I've been gone. Since this trip, dude, I've just been.
I meant to pull it up
off the
because it's like
grid.
already signed. I'll pull it up while we're.
So I ventured to This Is Progress in New York City. And if you're anyone if you're on the internet, essentially, you saw a bunch of people bitching and complaining about this particular show. Now, was it hot as hell? Fuck yeah, it was hot as hell. Was the building very crowded? Yeah, there was 1,500 people there, and it was sold out. Now, you are complaining about a place that is in one of the hottest cities in the summer during a wrestling event. Shut up. Like, there was someone that passed out. I did see that. You know, he zonked out for a second. I saw the guy standing in the line beforehand.
Yeah.
He had one tattoo on his arm that said Beast, and he passed out. Water. Oh, you just need some water, Beast. Someone said that they heard that someone shit themselves due to dehydration. Should have drank more water.
You take a bottle,
And then you drink it.
but after you're done.
Oh yeah, and then they
there is
complained
no
that
more
there was
They
no
ran
water.
out of water.
They did run out of water because I went twice to try to buy some, and they were sold out. So I did like a sensible human. I took my
Drank
old.
nothing but soda.
Yep, that's what everybody would do. No, that's what everyone was doing. So they had a vending machine. It was like a Powerade Coke thing. They said, "Oh, we're sold out of water." They were stopping everybody at the concession. Like, we're sold out. We're sold out. I was watching people hand over foot walking back with Diet Pepsi and Pepsi. I'm like, this isn't going to hydrate you. Like,
It'll
in a machine full of Powerade.
It'll quench your thirst. You know what I mean? It'll quench
Yeah.
your thirst, but it won't hydrate you.
Literally in a machine full of Powerade.
Yeah, that will help you.
Yeah, that will help. But it's easier just to get on the internet and bitch. Now, the building was so fucking hot that literally the ceiling was dripping water.
I saw
All over us.
I saw our dude Cheap Pop was just like, people were bitching about this, and he was like, it was just as bad at Onita, and that show sucked.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, wow, what a doozy. Everybody was really mad that Onita fucked over CZW
They
for
said
money.
they knew it for. Who was
Yeah.
I listening to?
They've known it for a long
I was
time.
listening to somebody, and they said that they knew for a while that it wasn't going to be a.
Yeah, who cares? You got to see Tusha Onita. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I got to see This Is Progress, and I'm very, very happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I even got a high five from the man himself.
Oh.
Yeah, I stood and waited just to talk to him, and I talked to him, high-fived him, and I was, like, stoked. And if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. But, like, that was, like, a big thing for me because, like, he's the shit.
You want his life.
Pretty much. Prior to that, I ate my weight in vegan sushi. It was delish. Manhattan can fall into the fucking earth. That place is a fucking...
You said you met some people that knew us.
I did. All you people that are shirt buyers and listeners, thank you very much. I don't know how the fuck you recognize me, but I had at least, 10, 15 people come up to me and talk to me. And shout out to Tracy Williams, sitting there giving me a free vegan cupcake and meeting his lady, and just kind of sat there with Tracy and his girlfriend and watched the show. I mean,
Who you met? You met Struggles.
I saw Struggles. I saw lots of people. I've been following this guy on Instagram for, oh my God, like 5 years. And we literally were sitting in the row next to each other, and we just didn't even say anything to each other. We kept looking at each other the entire show. Like, literally been following each other since I got Instagram, pretty much. And, like, we both look at each other and acknowledge each other, and then when something happened, we'd look at each other like, shit, dude.
That was awesome.
It's like, damn, did you just see that? Man, my phone is going off for some reason. whatever. I'll look at it here in a bit. But so the card had to get jumbled up because Pete Dunne got sliced open in a match on Friday night for Fight Club Pro, or no, Battle Club Pro. That's what it was.
Isn't that where Mustache Mountain, or
The Carnies wrestled Mustache Mountain, yeah, and he took a little slice on the temple, and when I saw him at Champ's Diner, it's like all vegan diner, and when I saw him, dude, it was like still yellow. It was fucking gross. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sorry,
was
Mama.
it was gross. Yeah, I was just hanging out at a diner, and in walks in Mandrews and British
Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Yeah, you never heard that? Mark Andrews, Mandrews.
Andrews.
Dude, nicest.
You said he walked straight up to you.
Yeah, he
as soon
was
as he saw you.
beeline. He saw the shirt and just walked out. He's like, "Oh my God, Mr. Pogo," and I'm like, "Holy shit, Mandrews." And then it's fucking. They're super nice. And
What did it like the rest? Did he call the rest of them over? He's like, "Come here and look at this" or something, or
how
how did that? You just told me he's like, "Hey, look who I met."
Well, I saw him in the diner, and I didn't want to be like a fucking creep.
Yeah.
And I was eating. They walked in the door, and Mandrews just walked right up to me. He's like, "Man, fucking cool shirt, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh, yeah, thanks, blah, blah, blah," And they walked out, and I was like, I should probably go out and get a picture of these guys. And I just walked out, and I was just talking to them about the food.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I drove, like 8 hours to come, watch you guys, blah, blah. They're like, oh, that's sweet. They're like, yeah, we can't sit here and wait for an hour in line to get a table. The table that they wanted was the one I was at because we were with a group of people. It was the only big table like
Yeah.
that. And I was just like, yeah, well, we're not leaving. But, so yeah, I was just bullshitting with them about vegan food and the most, dickheadish things ever, vegan food and CrossFit, because that's what we talked about. And
Because that's what they live for.
yeah, and because I saw the Queen's CrossFit that they were working at, and yeah, I don't know. I just took a picture with them.
Lovely bunch of lads.
Yeah, super nice guys. Pete just looked like he was just out of it, and his cut was gross. It was fucking nasty. Tyler Bate is very short,
But a monster.
but very thick. A big old thick hog on him. I mean, he's. I can't. He looks like someone took a foreign exchange student from Russia and put him in America. He was just wearing this tight black shirt with his little mustache, and I'm like, this dude is a fucking hoss. But yeah, it was a cool show. They had to shuffle the card up, so it became South Pacific Power Trip versus British Strong Style for the titles, and Jack Gallagher was supposed to wrestle Pete Dunne. Well, Pete Dunne was hurt, so out comes Zach Gibson came out and got booed out of the fucking building. It was beautiful. Jack Gallagher put on a hell of a match. He was
I like that they're
he
like,
went back to, and he said he was a wrestler, and he stopped. He's like, I haven't said that word in months. Wrestler, and he just kept saying it, and that's the loudest I've ever heard a crowd. Is whenever.
let's get down to the meat and potatoes.
All right, Imperial March starts, and then they start playing. No, that's what they come out to is the Imperial March.
Who does?
Jim Smallman.
Shit.
So they start out the Imperial March.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm
Yeah,
talking
I'll
about, let's
just-
talk
let me-
about
I'll
the,
get
let's
to
talk
it.
about the horses.
Hold on, I want to get to it. So the Imperial March starts playing, and then everybody knows what's up. Everybody's standing, and then out of nowhere, they start playing Drake's Started from the Bottom. And I hope that someone has this videotaped. That's really stupid saying. Recorded. There was a dude that was sitting directly in front of me. It was the whole crowd was full of punks and bros. It was fucking rad. It was the coolest.
Well, they're the ones that said punk rock wrestling.
Right.
Big time.
But this is so what it was. As soon as that Drake song came on, the one dude in their group who apparently listened to hip hop started fucking standing up and just fucking getting into it full on gyrating, letting it have it, and all the wrestlers that were down at the merch stand are just staring at him. And Trent and I forgot his name. I just said it's Tyler. Notice him and start egging him on and stuff. And they're all like, they start coming up the rail, and they're like dancing with him and stuff. And they're like, take off your shirt. They tell him to take off his shirt. And so the dude does. And Trent's like, that's cool. And just flips him off. And I fucking lost it. And like everybody was going like, yo, like having this guy dance. He danced the whole fucking song. Like, got his workout in.
Was he okay even though they gave him the finger?
Oh,
did,
yeah.
Did he look
Everybody
defeated?
was like flipping him back. No, he was like doing like the shoulder jive back to him. And then I think it's From Whom the Bell Tolls starts playing. That's Jim Smallman's thing. And he comes out. Dude, the place goes fucking...
Did he do his normal...
Yeah. He like sat... like he got a holy shit chant. He got a please come back chant before he even said anything. And backtrack just a second. As soon as they started playing Metallica, about all the way across the building, there was a drunk dude who was with his very sober, upset girlfriend who was sitting down the entire time. This dude was stand up, playing the most fucking aggressive air drums I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Dude, yeah. And he was fucking headbanging. And she, like, turned around and looked at him and, like, instantly went right to the phone. Like, oh, my God. And I was not the only person that noticed this guy because there was a lot of zooming in on people's Instagrams of this guy just like, it was so fucking good.
Did he do the? Did he ask people?
No, he didn't do that.
I wish he would have done that because it'd have been like, who's is this not the first show?
I got to see my first wrestling proposal.
Oh,
I don't know if I told you that.
No.
He did kind of talk like, but we've traveled a long ways. I'm talking about Jim Smallman.
Yeah.
People don't apparently. Maybe I'm not saying his name. He was saying, you traveled all over the world. He's like, I had a guy from London traveling with me on my plane to watch this tonight. He's like, that's fucking insane. He's like, and I've met some people down here. They travel 14 hours to get here. Everybody starts cheering. He goes down. And he asks the guy, he's like, what's your name again? He tells him, and I looked at Sammy. I was like, about to see him propose to his girl as a joke. And he goes, who are you here with? He goes, my girlfriend. He goes, oh, my God, that's dedication. He's like, you got anything you want to say to her? And everyone stands up, and he's just like, oh, yeah. And he's like, I do, Jim. I do. And he gets down on one knee, and she just doesn't even get out of her chair. She's just like, holy shit, this is happening. And he asked her, and I don't know if she said yes. I assume she did.
Just people went crazy.
Because everybody went nuts. I assume she said yes. Jim's like, oh, this is fucking amazing. And he's like, let's start the show. And everybody starts chanting, this is progress. Well, I kept my eyes on them. They literally sat back down like they didn't know each other for the rest of the night. I think they were just embarrassed. Like,
it's a fuck. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this.
Damn it. I should have just done it a normal way. There was a couple sitting in front of us who'd never seen wrestling before. So that was interesting to watch them sweat all night. They left at intermission because they thought the show was over.
So they missed.
They were like, wow, this is a really quick show. Why is everybody hanging around? And I didn't even tell them. I was just like, then they just left. I was just like, oh, sweet, leg room. So Tony Storm didn't get to wrestle because they cut that match. The first match was Zach Gibson versus Jack Gallagher. The second match, I cannot remember off the top of my head. Oh, I think it might have been Dijak versus Timothy Thatcher, which was a Haas. It was #1 contender for the Atlas title. And then there was a 4-way match. And the 4-way match, Mandrews came out first. And then my dog, Mark Haskins, came out. And Jim Small was like, we've had to shuffle the deck, blah, blah. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make it a 3-way. Out comes Chris Benoit version 2, which is Austin Theory. Nobody really gave a fuck. He goes, wow. He's like, 3's kind of an odd number. Let's fucking make it a 4-way. Bask in My Glory starts playing, and dude, the fucking crowd goes.
So he wrestled.
Evolve and he
and
wrestled.
then
Yeah,
came
both
over.
of them did. And dude, the crowd went nuts. They went fucking bonkers. At first I thought it was ACH because I couldn't hear the music really well, and I was like, oh man, it's gonna be tight. And you know that chant they were doing, like, oh Zack Sabre. They were doing oh bask in his glory.
They were doing that at
And I was like,
Evolve when we went to.
dude, he came out and like, he's going to be a champion in some big company soon. I
think he wins that WWN title sooner
he
or later.
picked Mandrew, so he was sitting on his ass. He picked him up by his neck and slung him all the way up top, so he was sitting on his shoulders. And then Mandrew's reverse hurricane run him all in one motion. It was fucking phenomenal. So that was like amped, and then Smallman's like, oh yeah. Well, he's like, we're going to have one more match, and we're going to take an intermission after that because I reckon we're going to have to clean up a lot of shit after this no DQ match. Out comes Joey Janela, and then the sauce starts happening. Dude, that was gross. Some of the stuff they were doing, like he dumped those thumbtacks out and took Janela's shoes and socks off, and then Atomic dropped them onto there, so it was just bare feet, and then he German suplexed them onto cinder bricks, and all. You could just hear the thud, and I was just like, fuck. It was tight, though, man. That's like the most fun I've had at wrestling in a long time.
Still, 2017 is the year of Joey Janela.
Fuck yeah, it is. That monkey flip chair spot, that was nuts. Dude, the crowd went... I thought somebody was going to vomit.
Dude, he just was like... Just crossed his legs.
And then there was a women's tag match that was really good. There was two girls there from WWE that I didn't really know.
Oh, one's that...
She's New Zealand. I know
people
that much.
are going nuts.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah, she was
She's
good.
like a little cutie. That's why everybody's going crazy.
Is. Halfway through that match, Dahlia Black's panties were pulled so high up, her ass probably was bleeding. Like
I don't
know who did that to her, but it literally looked like her cheeks were like Pac-Man eating something. I was just like, good Lord. And like my girl, and like Sammy was just like, that has to hurt. I was like, yeah, that's ripping the threads. But it was a cool match. The one girl that was on the she was a bad girl. She was like really big time over. So she was from New Jersey. So
was their champion there? The women's.
She was, but she didn't wrestle. That match got cut, which sucked because I love watching.
Yeah,
Toni
she's
Storm.
good.
And then they took a little intermission, and then they did the last three matches. Which one is slipping me right now? Fuck, I can't remember what the other three matches were.
Wasn't one British Strong Style versus...
Well, yeah, that one versus South Pacific Power Trip, and then TK Cooper dislocated his ankle like a minute into the match, and it just killed the whole mood. And then that guy passed out, and that dampened it even worse. And the ambulance was there, and they were wheeling TK Cooper out. And Travis Banks like, fuck it, I came here to fight. Handicap match. So he wrestled Tyler Bate and Trent Seven by himself. And he did the yes kicks. Where where one of them was here, one of them was here, and he just like kicked.
Back and forth.
He's like American Dragon Daniel Bryan. Or Bryan Danielson. That's exactly who
he's really good.
Yeah. And the main event was Matt Riddle versus Walter. And my God, Walter's chops sounded like someone just stomping on the floor. Like every time a chop, everybody was like, ugh. And man, they beat the shit out of each other.
See, that was I wanted to go, but it was way too close to Lily's birthday.
Right.
And like when that was the one that bummed me out the most when they announced that match.
That was by far my favorite match all night, besides that 4-way and the no DQ. But because that's like more my style,
yeah.
Like fucking ass beater. But now Timothy Thatcher's the number one contender for the Atlas title. So there's another ass beater that's going to happen. So I bet you that Riddle puts both belts on the line, and Riddle goes to Japan.
Well, they said the Thatcher's done with with the whole WWN stuff.
Oh, could be. I hope, because ring comp is fucking rad. I don't know how Walter was coming. He came out in that long ass German army coat, and I was just like, "You have to be dying." I mean,
at least it's only like a
right. And one of the girls wrestled in a jacket. I was like, "You're trying to cut weight, or what are you doing?" Like,
please.
this seems like a prime opportunity to lose 5 pounds,
please,
without just shitting my guts out. It was so much fun. The downfall was 2 hours to find one parking spot. No exaggeration. Driving in Manhattan, miserable.
Now you know to get it Ubers.
$70 one way. Yeah, no, I'll just I'll die. Then I went to the Jersey Shore and saw the Jersey Shore House. Yes, the MTV TV show, and had the time of my fucking life down there. Shout out to the Frozen Bar. They hooked it up. Then I got a really bad stomach pain because I drank too much frozen drinks. Like it was like
shit everywhere.
Oh yeah. It was like burning. I was just like, oh god. Fun time. Fun time. And
Whenever
then G1 happened.
Well, the only thing that I'll talk about whenever we went to Ring of Honor, Julie and I went to visit my sister-in-law, her sister. We went to Ring of Honor. They shot 4 weeks of tapings. My God.
8 hours.
It was a long time. But the match, probably the match of the night, and it's crazy that they can still, no matter what, still put on a great match. Motor City Machine Guns versus the Young Bucks. I'm telling you, that match, that made, to see someone who likes wrestling fall in love with it right then was because she's just like, what am I watching?
It's a bunch of spots.
She liked she also liked Flip Gordon.
Another spot.
She liked him a lot.
He's really good.
It was him and Punisher Martinez.
Oh god.
Barn burning.
Woo! Watch out, Flair Steamboat.
Yeah.
Here comes
the
Gordon Martinez.
The next trilogy. But it was a great card. Always have really fun at Ring of Honor. I got to see Kushida for the first time. That was really, him and Kenny King put on a hell of a match.
Kushida.
Looking for Kushida.
Yeah.
But it was great. But now
let's get to the meat and potatoes of this bitch.
Probably in my time watching New Japan, was probably the best G1.
Which has been a whole year.
No, I've watched.
This has been the best G1 I've ever seen. It's the only one.
And if you look, everybody's been saying, even Dave Meltzer was like, this was probably pound for pound the best. He only had a complaint on one match. And that was it. Because he said he just didn't feel like it should have been.
What match did he complain about? Do you know?
Yano and Omega.
Are you serious? That match was fucking amazing.
He liked it.
Oh,
that's why
that's why Omega on that Being the Elite Q&A made a joke about it. He got 1 star.
He liked it. He thought it was great because he knows what kind of match he's going to get with Yano.
Right.
But he didn't feel like it should have been a G1 because how prestigious the G1 is. Everything okay?
Yeah, yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
And that was the only match. But even that, like you said, he liked it.
I thought the match was fucking awesome because, I love comedy wrestling, especially when it's done great and when you got 2 gods of comedy wrestling because Omega can do anything.
Yeah.
The last 3 days of the G1, the A block semi, B block semi, and the final, fantastic.
Yep.
Omega finally getting the win over Okada.
And let me tell you, he's putting some fucking pepper on them knees.
Scary.
Them V-triggers are getting bad.
Super scary. And you know what's funny? If the sound of it makes it.
Yep.
If you didn't see it fully and you just heard it, you'd be like, oh, God. It's just those shin pads hitting him right in the chest. You know what I mean? It's just perfect.
He does. It's like the same thing like with the Marty Scroll, how he does.
Oh, the finger thing,
It's like his, that shin pad just hitting just sounds like it's...
And then the final turned out to be in Tetsuya Naito versus Kenny Omega, and I watched it for the first time yesterday.
Other than the two Okada Omega matches,
Yeah.
that's like so far that's my match of the.
Hmm.
If you take out the two Okada matches, that Omega Naito match is probably.
I thought that match was good. I don't think it was the best match to G1. Either one of them, Okada Omega or Naito Omega. I really think Omega versus Evil was fantastic, and I think that Elgin versus Okada was the best match of all G1.
I did love that Evil Okada match.
Yeah, it was great. It's a good one.
I saw Meltzer did say that because of the losses.
Suzuki, Evil, and Omega get title shots. Yep, that's how.
No,
it always works.
Suzuki doesn't get one.
He
So they
should.
draw. They were a draw.
Well, there was no winner, so he.
I know. I don't think he didn't say anything, but he said that.
Well, then that means they're going to open up a program with Elgin and the Neverweight.
just
Like, oh fuck!
But,
This goblin's after me.
he says it'll probably be Evil in September and Omega in October.
And then he'll have a month off.
And then Fale and whoever else beat Naito.
Why would Naito? Why would they face
get
Naito?
a shot. They get a shot at
He
the
has to defend
G1.
the G1.
Whoever, so
So it was
Fale.
and wasn't Ibushi.
No.
I wish.
No, was it Ibushi?
It might have been. I don't know. But I can tell you this. Tetsuya Naito went for the Stardust press in the match, and he hasn't done that. I think the commentator said 2 years.
That real scary spot that he did where Omega like threw him when Omega was on the top
Oh,
rope.
yeah, that looked like... Oh, before that, though, Omega, it looked like they were going to try... Like, Naito was going to suplex him into the ring, and Omega slipped and fell off the top.
Yeah.
And essentially DDT'd him onto the ring post. And you could just see his eyes like, oh, my God, sweet fuck.
I know this year that Meltzer was real worried about this year's. Because people already wrestling so hurt. And he's like, and everybody like turns it up.
Yeah, but that's how every G1 it is.
I love
G1
the...
is. But the best part about the G1 final, the matches were amazing. God walked down his steps and walked on down the ramp and sat down in the ring and just said, I am alive. That is all.
Yep.
And
Dude, there was women crying. There was grown men.
He
almost
looked sick.
He does.
I mean, well, he's lost
It's
a
like
lot.
like Hanma, like when Hanma.
Well, he's
like,
had a lot of nerve block shots to,
Well, when Hanma lost all that weight.
But he just looked so weird. I watched the backstage comments with him. He didn't say very much, but he still walks like he's got all that mass on. It was just weird because he's a small guy now.
I saw
He's
Liger.
still, like-
Liger was like,
He's still like walking through the area, just like mugging him. See that old lady?
Yeah.
I'm mugging him.
mug the soap, mug the water.
That is the number one thing, that I'm alive, that is all. And number two was one Kenny Omega seems to have made up with one
Well, maybe.
Kota Ibushi.
Maybe. See, you know what I liked? One of my highlights of the G1 is the thing at the end of the Fale Nagata match.
Daryl.
I loved
Respect.
that.
Well, they do that all the time. I mean,
But him like, throwing up, he had the too sweet thrown up, and then it was just like he did his,
the blue
and then he
salute.
bowed, and then he.
But I'm telling you this. Somebody laid it out there for me, and then I realized, oh, shit. Omega's tights. Half of it was the one-winged angel, and it said Elite. But it was the same wing on the right side that was in blue that's on Ibushi's tights. And it's like the golden lever wing.
So what's that mean?
I'll tell you what I hope it means. I hope it means Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi for the tag league. That's what I hope. And then I hope it means them versus the Young Bucks. Because that's the Young Bucks. That's the match they want. They want the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks before they retire.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
At
I want to see that.
Can you imagine that at Wrestle Kingdom? Like,
I want to see the Golden Shower again. The Tidal Wave 450.
yeah.
But I'm dying to see it. I'm dying for Omega to wrestle Ibushi or tag with him. Then there was...
Is that the next thing? The Tag League?
No, there's two of them. Then this December's the Tag League, so everybody gets kind of an easy...
What's that mean? Like...
No, there's two more pay-per-views. Then
Well,
the
no,
Tag League.
that's the next big thing.
No, the next pay-per-view.
Oh.
Each pay-per-view is a big thing to them.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying, like...
There's no. The Tag League is...
I know it's nothing, but, like, that's the next thing before Wrestle Kingdom. The next, like, tournament type thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, but yeah. Yeah,
What
it
would
is.
be a big thing, you know?
It's not a big thing at all.
I know. It was, like, who won it last year?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hanma and
Makabe. No one cares about that shit. Because, like, the heavyweight tag division's kind of bunk. It's
Yeah.
just like, bleh. That's why the Golden Lovers should come
I don't
in.
even know who the tag champs are. Oh, it's Warbeard.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought it was God. Killer Elite Squad came back. Then there was a cryptic video of a man with a switchblade and some leather gloves. Instantly, everybody thought it was Jay White. But some nerds from Japan deciphered a bunch of the video stuff.
And some other nerd on on Reddit said it was...
Yes, I don't know what nerd that was, but if you see the video has a bunch of pages cut out of a book, and there's black marks across a bunch of the lines in the book, and it is from some author, and the name of the book is called The American Star, or something similar to that. And the man has very skinny legs. It is one Trent Beretta. I'm calling it now. It is. I don't know what date or what time it is. But
When's he supposed to come out? Is there like a...
There is no time. But Trent Beretta's moving to the heavyweight division, and he could already fit that role, and he needs something because I don't think New Japan gets his goofiness. He'll just be over.
He was... I got to see I got to see Best Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Super goofy. It was great seeing. I'd never seen Chuck Taylor or Beretta.
Oh, he's
Trent.
awesome.
Great. But, man, if he can get serious in New Japan and fucking turn it up.
Him and Suzuki, I think they're going to have a feud.
Yeah, because that's how he ended the match. He ended the match with the Gotch pile driver.
I would love for it to be just Yano.
Yano.
Yano repackaged as Greaser Yano. Instead of
like
water slinging on it, it's just motor oil he slings on people. Or it's just Dino. Just Dino.
What if it's April? Looks like somebody bent over and shit out of him and hit him.
Oh, man. People do not get comedy wrestling, and I love it. But yeah, G1, it was fire.
Come and go on. And
whole fucking thing. Now, Desperado is getting his junior tag title, or tag, god damn it, junior heavyweight shot because of Zack Sabre. Zack Sabre just kept complaining about it. And fucking Taguchi Japan beat
Young Bucks
for the tag titles. Put Ricochet in the fucking heavyweight division.
Please.
God almighty. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but Will Ospreay's in the heavyweight division, I think. No, he's not. He's not. Never mind. But just put him in there. For God's sakes.
I like the intensity
Tokyo
that
Pimp's in there.
really that Sabre showed.
Oh, yeah,
this
Sabre
whole
was
G1.
great. That Nagata Sabre match, so good. The Tanahashi Sabre match was great. Now I just want to see Daryl versus Sabre. Just see what happens. Let's just throw. He's got 9 lives.
Yep.
Put him in an arm lock and rip it right off. Fuck that cat.
I wonder what's next for him.
Daryl?
No, not Daryl.
Nothing. He's dead.
Yeah.
Actually, he's resurrected.
Yeah, he's back.
Well, he gets a IC title shot. So that's about all for New Japan.
I got
no.
who is signed for that Ring of Honor in Columbus.
Spectacular. It's
Cody, Young Bucks, Dalton Castle and the Boys, Bully Ray, the Briscoes, Kushida, Killer Elite Squad,
Dave
Takahashi,
Takahashi?
yep, and Yoshihashi.
Oh, my dog. The head hunter. He doesn't need titles because his title's at home. Sexy mama. Yeah, that should be fun. I bet they'll be doing a signing at Hot Topic.
Probably. Bucks definitely
Probably.
will.
Oh, man, that new Elite shirt they got, have you seen it? The long sleeve?
Oh, yeah.
It's at our Hot Topic.
They
already.
also, they have been.
I bet you Omega doesn't wrestle on any of them but the last one.
They said what I read is he wasn't even going to wrestle on that one. He's just there.
Nah, he's wrestling because on that being the Elite Q&A thing.
He said he was wrestling.
Yeah, they haven't given him opponent or opponents yet. It's going to be Juice Robinson.
It's going to be CM Punk.
Jesus Christ.
He'll be
You're
on,
bad as a WWE
He'll be
crowd.
on being the Elite
CM
on
Punk?
that one.
I mean, very well, possibly.
They are making a buy for him.
They want...
so bad.
Omega wants to wrestle Daniel Bryan. He's like, when it comes to New Japan, I want to be the first to wrestle him.
We're flying over.
It's going to fucking happen.
We're flying over.
Daniel Bryan's once he's done with WWE, he's going to New Japan.
Yeah.
It's a guarantee.
And we're going to watch him die.
Like, listen. Shibata wrestled so hard. Real hard. Like, we've all seen how hard he's gone. He only injured himself because he was forehead to foreheading people. Daniel Bryan wasn't doing that. I think he's okay in New Japan. The worst thing he gets is an underbite like Makabe. He sounds like a fucking moped.
Just always rolling the tongue.
Sweets. Yeah, it should be pretty fun.
Dude, people will go crazy if it's Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega.
I bet that it's going to happen.
Well, we're going.
That's my next trip.
We're flying over.
My big trip is I'm going to go to Corkenhall or Corcoran. Either one. Whatever one you want to call it. I'll go to Corcoran and see Hibiscus and Moo.
So, when do we start building for Wrestle Kingdom?
Now. It's already started. This is G1 Final is the start. I mean, we get Naito and Okada. Should be great. I think
unless for some strange reason,
it won't happen. I don't think so.
Evil beats him,
which would be tight. But I think Naito's taking the W on it. He's taking the title, and I bet Okada goes to the back burner for a minute because he's been going fucking hard. I saw that Gato and Okada is wrestling Taka and Ibushi in Kaientai Dojo. Yeah, for some exhibition tag match. That's tight.
I saw Revolution Pro,
Mm-hmm.
at Rev Pro, Marty Scurll and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I saw that too. Something about Rey Mysterio now I just don't care about. I don't know what it is.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dude, that guy can still go.
Oh, he's jacked now too. Huge.
So it'll be in WWE within.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Speaking of WWE, it's SummerSlam coming up this weekend, coming up a couple days, and everybody here doesn't give one shit. No, that's not true. Keanon really wants to see it.
What? You know what I'm waiting for on Sunday? I'm waiting for Game of Thrones to come on because
That's right.
This is killing me.
You guys been catching up on Game of Thrones? Jon Snow died. He was beheaded last episode. An ice dragon flew in and killed Merlin.
Actually,
It's
this is
all
the end of the series is over.
It's over.
They lied to us all.
Merlin threw a staff into the ocean, and Moby Dick ate it.
Harry Potter flew in.
Harry Potter flew a Dementor right into fucking King's Landing and blew up their trade centers. So, lost a couple followers on that one. The Red
Spoiler
Witch,
alert,
The
sorry.
Red Witch is actually Sasha Banks. So now
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Shawshank Redemption sucked. I watched it. I fucking hated it.
What's wrong with
I
you?
fucking hated it. I was like, kind of sappy ass horse
What's
shit
wrong
is
with
this?
you?
What's wrong with you for liking such garbage?
It's a great movie.
Tom Hanks for Philadelphia looking motherfucker.
It's a great movie.
Whenever we were at This Is Progress, Sammy goes, wow, Jim Smallman really does look like Keanon. And I was just like, yeah, because he had his hat off, and I was like, oh shit, he does.
He's going bald like me.
So the main event for SummerSlam this weekend
That's what I was trying to look up something.
is the Breaker of Chains versus Jon Snow. the main event for
That's
SummerSlam
the main event for me.
is Jon Snow, the one wildling guy, and the Hound with some other people versus White Walkers. That's the main event. If you're watching anything else, it's fake.
Hey, Baron Corbin, sorry, dog.
Yeah, Keanon told me the news, man. Don't at me. I guess you lost.
Okay, here's the card.
Don't read the card off to me.
For NXT.
I'm glad that's
I'm
what we were
reading it.
talking about.
I'm reading it to
I've
you.
been talking about SummerSlam
Here we go.
and Game of Thrones. Here we go.
Johnny
First match.
Johnny Gargano versus
Cassius
Almas.
Clay. First, what?
Johnny Gargano versus Almas.
Why? So
Alice-
Gargano can beat him?
Yeah, Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami.
Now that sounds fun.
Authors of Pain versus Sanity. I don't know who in Sanity.
It's Wolf and Big Boy.
Dane.
Yeah.
Asuka and Ember Moon.
Keep going.
Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre.
Boring.
That's
I don't
it.
care.
That's
no,
it.
no, I'm not talking about the whole card. Sounds okay until that last match. I just don't like Bobby Roode.
I don't even know what the card for SummerSlam is.
I know what it is. It's Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. That's real.
I know that's real.
Did
you see that video?
Damn real.
Did you see that video of
That fan slapping her in the
slapping
butt?
her
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
and like
Nia Jax like,
Jax-
oh shit.
She's like, don't. She like yelled. Then she realized it was a kid.
And she's like, oh shit.
Yeah, she looked at the camera like, oh no. Here we go.
Oh, the tag. There's a tag match, and it's for the title, and it's two random people put together in a tag team. I can't think who it is.
Dean Ambrose. It's a Shield.
Dean Ambrose and
It's a
Seth
Shield.
Rollins versus the tag team champions because we've got nothing for you.
Here we go.
The Breaker of Chains.
Akira Tozawa versus Neville.
That sounds fun. Oh, hold on for a
He
second.
won.
At Kmart when I was Tawaza won.
That's
no,
for
at
Matt.
Kmart, there was a 3-pack of NXT stars, and one was Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, and Adrian Neville.
Wow,
And it's still there, and it's from when they put it out 2 years ago.
Wow.
It had dust on it.
New Day
Versus who?
Usos. What else?
Day one-ish.
The Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe,
Who you think's
Braun
winning that?
Strowman.
You think Braun Strowman's winning that one? Because they already did that big.
I know that Heyman's really pushing for Joe to win it.
Out of everybody, he probably does deserve it.
Like
so
Heyman loves
So
Joe.
let's give
and
it
he's been
back
pushing.
to Roman.
Let's give it to Roman.
Hey, I'm all for Roman having everything. It's his yard.
Naomi and Natalya for the title. They're saying that's probably.
Okay, keep going.
They're saying that Carmella's probably going to cash in.
Don't care. Don't take away from my girl.
Jinder
though.
Mahal versus Shinsuke.
Now we're talking.
I say Shinsuke's taking that one.
Shay Shinsuke.
Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks.
Don't care.
AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens with special guest referee Shane McMahon.
Why? What is that? Does
He's
he
had
have a
beef for
title?
both of them. Yeah, it's a U.S. title match.
Okay.
Randy Orton versus Rusev.
Well,
Big
no.
Show versus Big Cass.
You think he's gonna
Enzo will be suspended above the
in the
ring
shark
in a shark
cage.
tank. Why?
now? I don't know.
They are saying that they think that Enzo is going to turn on Show.
and become a heel tag team.
What was the purpose in him breaking him
Let
up?
me ask you this.
We're not done.
Oh, keep going.
Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Did he bloodbath him?
Yes, he did. He's bringing
Okay.
the demon out.
Oh my
So
goodness.
he's going to bring the demon out.
What if he just comes out and it's just he paints himself? he doesn't have someone airbrush himself, and it's just all fucked up. It's
I
all
wish it would
smeared.
be.
It's all smeared.
I
Like-
wish instead of that, he'd come out like a spray tan. He'd be just
Oh
super.
my god, he'd be like Nick Jackson.
We'd hear.
It looked like he had
It's like-
jaundice.
You're so yellow. John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
Can't wait.
Cesaro and Sheamus versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins
How
for the titles.
fucking long is this show? 6 hours again? I can't sit through that. I'll get swamp ass of not
And if
giving a
Heyman
shit.
and if Lesnar and Heyman have declared if they will leave the WWE if Lesnar loses the U.S. title or the U.S. title,
If
Universal title.
Lesnar loses the U.S. title that he doesn't have,
Yep,
so he's staying forever.
he's fucking.
All
gone.
right. Now, take away from this. Will Big Cass debut
No, he won't.
as Leather Daddy Cass?
We've been trying, but he's not going to.
I think he blocked me. I think he blocked me because I tweeted at him a picture of the blue clam from Police Academy. You know what I'm talking about? The
when they're in that, like the something clam or whatever,
blue clam.
and it's like
That's what I literally just said. That's something clam. I don't. I've never heard it before.
But
Yeah.
Mahoney always sends them in there.
It was a picture whenever they just opened the door and everyone at the bars turned around and looking at him, and I was like, "When's the leather coming out, Daddy?" And I've never seen anything that he's ever posted since. So I need to look up, see if he's blocked me.
Look it up now.
I'm gonna look it up.
I got Kenny Omega to fall in love with my daughter.
That sounded weird. Keep that to yourself, creep.
Yep.
Let's see.
I hope he did block you, because that's what's going to be the picture for this.
I haven't seen a Ryback tweet in 5 years. That's because he blocked me because I kept calling him a piece of shit. Oh, hell's bells.
When's the leather coming out, Daddy?
Let's see. Big Cass. My phone naturally just goes to big ass. I have like 0 internet down here. Well, I'll look it up later. Because literally I can't. It's just circling. So yeah. Leather Daddy Big Cass, if you hear me, let that leather ride. So Enzo's going to pop out, and he's going to be the Gimp. If that happens,
that makes me sick.
if that happens, I will stop talking shit on how boring WWE is. This is perfect booking. Listen, Leather Daddy comes out.
Okay.
Let's just call him Rod. Let's call Big Cass Rod from here on out.
Mahoney.
No, Rod as in cock, as in hard as a rock, and Leather Rod. So he comes out, and he goes, I can't even fucking remember what he says.
They're talking about his mic skills. Or
They're horrible. And so he comes out and he grabs the mic and he goes, "Remember Enzo?" And everybody's like, "Boo, you suck. Why
they
you
call
dress
him,
like
Gimpso or something like that.
My God. It's like, why you dress like this, you fucking freak, you know? And this is full on like he has to dress like that Sultan dude from WCW versus NWO.
That's the one that had the pointy.
Like almost like the KKK hat, but it's just a leather hat. And he's like, "I finally shut Zoe up. Get in here." And out comes this Gimp crawling on all floors. And it's Enzo in a full-on slave outfit. And he gets to zip his mouth open to put water in his mouth and then zip it back up.
Can you imagine wrestling in that?
There was a guy. Jack Sexsmith, he had a Gimp that came out with him.
That's
I don't know if Gimp's PC. I feel like it's not. So I'm sorry if I apologize. Sorry if I offended anyone, but he had a sex slave mask. And I will not say Gimp anymore. Gimp.
I don't think that is a.
I don't care. I've just covered my tracks.
That's in the sex.
Yeah, well, sex slave.
Sex life. He probably watched.
I just watched
Get
Out. Man, it is hilarious. When he rams that
It's a great movie.
fire sword up his ass. I think that's about it.
Jon Snow is a.
If you guys haven't, if you're seriously not watching this season of Game of Thrones, you're fucking up.
I'll tell you what. This just
Jon Snow cut off his own arm and put the sword butt in his arm, and now has turned into this one-armed sword wielding
I'll tell
thing.
you, if
And
he's
Jamie
he's Azor
Lannister,
Ahai, I know it.
Jamie Lannister has sworn total war against Cobra. It's just gonna
Not G.I. Joe Cobra. I mean, it's
Just
Stallone Cobra.
Crabelli.
We've gone off the rails.
If you didn't see last episode, Tyrion Lannister swore the rise of the machines would happen. And he went back in time to kill Sarah Connor. What if Tyrion Lannister was just a T-100? Short movie.
He's a T-1000.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Oh, boys.
But really, if you're not watching,
Yeah, you're fucking up. It
You're
is so
fucking-
goddamn
it
good.
is-
It
it
is
is
so
so
fucking
good.
good. Ice dragons. Fuck. Listen, there's trees in this show that have eyes. If that's not a selling point, I don't know what is.
and it's not Groot.
There is a guy. Yeah. There is a guy that can't use his legs, but he can fly inside of a crow.
He can warg. He's a warg.
He can warg. There's also a maester who cleans shit, who is the worst fucking character on that show. I fucking hate that guy. I'm glad he's dead.
He's not. God. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. If you've made it to this far, I hope you're just having fun, because I'm not going to stop.
You can follow.
The dragons came to burn down King's Landing, but the only thing that stood was Lone Wolf McQuaid. He was buried underneath the
Lone Wolf McQuaid.
he was buried underneath the tombs in his Bronco, and he poured a Budweiser on himself and powered through.
Lone Wolf McQuaid.
Terry Funk did the most awkward run. Remember how he ran in Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Well, that's how he was running away from the dragon in this show.
I wonder if there's going to be any more celebrities show up.
I hope. I hope it's Terry Funk.
That'd be great.
God damn.
Wasn't it like?
What if it was? What if instead of Jamie Lannister, they just casted John Laurinaitis?
You need to tweet that to Bruce Pritchard. Hey, can you tell me how it would sound if?
You got the goddamn dragons. I fucked my sister. I got a golden hand. You look like my friend Brian. Can I call you Brian? That's the story he said to Omega. He calls Omega. Or no, that's when Omega first met him, I think. I guess he walked up to him and goes, God damn, you're real good. And Omega's like, oh, thanks, blah, blah. And he knew him as Johnny Ace.
Yeah.
He was like trying to get in Japan. He goes, you remind me a lot of Brian Pillman, my good friend Brian. Can I call you Brian? And Omega's like, fucking yes. And he goes, yeah, you're good. And he just walked off. And he's like, can I call you Brian? Never called him that. And just walked off. And Omega was just like, what the hell just happened?
what have we done?
And then he called him on the phone and goes, how did he say it? He says he called Laurinaitis, and Laurinaitis goes, there's my friend. That's how he answered the phone. John.
I'll tell you. Have you seen pictures of Brian Pillman's kid?
Yeah, he was
Man,
at Rockstar.
look,
Didn't
I'm
I point
warm.
him out to you?
No.
I must have been hammered. I was. No, he was there.
Really?
He was there. He's stacked.
He looks just like his dad.
Yeah. Too bad he's not going to the right spot to get trained. Don't go that Christian wrestling route, man. It ain't no good. You'll just be showing it up at a hate rally soon enough.
You always go down to Virginia.
I'm surprised.
Hey, man.
Old wrestling
if you're,
classic
if you're
here.
if you're a fucking if you're a racist or anything like
Fuck
that,
you.
fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off forever. Anyway, let's get back to Game of Thrones. This fucking
I think we're gonna
anti-Nazi dragon
we're
comes flying in.
We're gonna end this show. on a high note.
We're gonna end it on a high note. Ice Dragons, T1000s, Lone Wolf McQuaid, John Laurinaitis fucks his sister.
Cobra.
Cobra la 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 la.
Cobra la.
Nemesis Enforcer. No one knows what the fuck we're talking about.
I love that. I love that movie.
You don't know what Nemesis Enforcer is, you're too young to ever see the fucking G.I. Joe movie.
And speaking of that,
Not the
why has
live-action
no
one.
hardcore band ever be called Nemesis Enforcer?
I'm sure some white power band.
Well, never mind.
Nemesis Enforcer. Like that dude that was in WCW, and he was like this German dude, and he said that his finisher,
Alex Wright.
Nope. He called his finisher maneuver called like the final solution, which was what Hitler's called his like eradication of the Jewish
the final
people.
solution.
And people were like, "Oh, it's a great idea." And then they realized what it was like. Get him off TV.
Yep, I've heard about.
They're called DOA.
Yep,
the Bruise Brothers.
Yep,
the half a star. Yeah. Anyways, this was episode some fucking number, and 40.
We're just getting back in it.
Yeah. I promise the shows from here on out will not be as structured as this one. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. It's been a long time since we've done it. You can tweet at us. Keanon is at StanXHansen. I am at BruiserXBrody. Of course, we're fucking dream team. We do nothing on there. Just continue to not tweet at us.
Yeah.
But you can tweet at us at Waveblade81. All the hate mail you want.
Listen,
if
John,
you guys see
John, just come back.
If you see John, I don't know. And I'd like for the people wherever you are, I legit haven't spoke to him. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Keanon has spoke to him, but it was very short.
I spoke to him the other day on Instagram.
Dude, he's liked pictures of mine. He's commented on stuff. I don't know what he's doing. Just come on home, buddy.
Yeah.
He's fighting demons, real ones. By the way, speaking of demons, I'm addicted to this show called The Low Files with Rob Lowe, where he goes in all these haunted places.
Oh, my God.
It is so fucking bad. It's horrible. I went to the Jersey Shore house. I drank a frozen drink. This is the last episode of the week. I don't know what fucking number it is. At FNGR Poke of Doom on Twitter.
46.
At Poke of Doom on Instagram. Jaime Lannister fucked his sister to death, and Ice Dragons fucking took over Game of Thrones. T1000s.
Forever.
Swollen up balls, blue clams. Love y'all. One love, one mic.